Okay, so this is future me coming at you with an introduction for this video. I'm going to talk to you about all of the new makeup that I just was gifted recently and how I feel about it. So if that sounds interesting to you, then please keep watching. So my name is Alyssa and I try not to have a lot of makeup in my collection, or at least not more makeup than the people that live in my neighborhood and that type of thing for sure. But, you know, less than the average YouTuber, okay? The first things that I brought in, let me go ahead and show you. These were Christmas presents from my dad and stepmother. So I went on to a website, it just found my top 5 favorite nail polishes that I was interested in trying. I gave that to them as a list, but I was like, you could also just get me a gift card, you know, instead. They chose to get all the nail polishes, minus one because that one apparently went out of stock from when I told them about it to when I did it, which, I mean, I would have been happy with 1 nail polish. So 4 nail polishes, really amazing. So I actually filmed a short and then YouTube ate it. It happens every so often. It's really frustrating. I don't know what causes it to happen sometimes and not other times. I kind of realized that I'm like a floating head like this, aren't I? I guess I could move back a little bit. I'm gonna hold them up. So I had 2 from Cleona. This one is Smolder Light. This one I actually have on my toes. I did one foot had one red underneath and the other foot had a taupe underneath just to see if there was a difference, and there is. The shift is still basically the same, but you get an overall more pinky red vibe with the red one underneath, and the other one is more just like, yes, I'm looking at my feet. I would say it's more just like what you see in the bottle. So I think it'll be fun to put other colors. Like what would happen if I put a green or blue or something else underneath? What, you know, would it look like? I didn't realize it was going to be quite so similar to this other Cleona one, Forge, which is helpful if I ever was to get those eyeshadows. I mean, the Forge one definitely looks more green. I have not used this one yet, so I can't say anything about how it actually appears, but other than beautiful in the bottle. And these bottles are like, they're just really, I don't know, they feel special, which is nice. I have from Emily DeMolly, Ugly Mood, and this is definitely not ugly at all. And I have this one on my nails right now, but let me maybe actually talk about this one first from Cirque Colors. I didn't realize this was a like brand new collection. It's called Precious Moment, but when I saw it with the swatch, I'm like, oh, that is me in a nail polish kind of. Well, maybe it would have been if it was like pink and purple, but it was pretty close. So right now you're seeing blue, but there you go. Now, well, you can kind of see it's cooling off already, but it went a little more lilac type of color. And it's looking like a lighter blue if you compare it to this finger that I did not try to warm up. But I actually used this Cirque Color nail polish under all of the nails. And then for the sparkly ones, so here, I will use my pinky so I'm not flipping you off. Can we see the color shift? I don't know if you can, but it really does look like how it does in the bottle, and you can kind of see there. I think that's like this pink, blue, purple type of look. It's gorgeous. And what's really fun is that when my nails are warmer and you have more of the pink base underneath, this polish also looks a little different than when they're colder and, you know, the blue is showing more. So it's been really fun. This nail polish has actually lasted, both of them together, really well. There's like random bits you might see like that were messed up. That was from when I put it on because I was in a rush and just really wanted to try them out. But yeah, it's been holding up, and I'm like, oh, I want to change it out and try like that Forge shade and all, but I need to show this before I move on. Oh, also what's fun is this nail polish and the way I have it on, there's a new eyeshadow that I got that it is, oh, what am I doing? I'm not wearing, okay. Can we see that they're almost like they're the same? And so that was kind of fun. I did not get a chance to wear the nail polish and the eyeshadow together, but you know, maybe in the future. Okay, so I'm a little zoomed out and you can see I'm actually wearing a shirt and I'm not just a head floating around. So what was really exciting for me was not long before I went away for travel, I was contacted by Millie here on YouTube, and she said to send her a message. She had a picture of like a bunch of palettes that she was, I guess, ready to pass on. And so she's like, is there one you're interested in? So I said this from Simply Posh Cosmetics, the Fairy Tale Fairies, which to me is kind of a weird name, if you think about it. But anyway, when I was looking up the color story, I realized that, yeah, this is definitely me. Don't mind the fact that I took out a few shades that I'm using in a palette right now. But that was part of the fun when I was thinking about this, was that I knew that they were magnetic. So even though I have some of these matte shadows, although, okay, I will say I might have some of these pastels in my Sickly Sweet. The shimmers are definitely unique for me, or at least most of them are. And I don't know if I have these exact tones of the other shades. So, you know, that's still different for me. But yeah, I liked the fact that it was magnetic, so I could then take some colorful shadows for when I'm traveling, because I don't have that many colorful magnetic shadows, so especially matte eyeshadows. So that was appealing. And then I said, I said if I could, if I was only picking one, it would be this. And then I'd said that, because the way she worded it, it wasn't like pick one, just, was I interested? So I wasn't really sure. I'm like, am I picking one? Am I picking multiple? Yeah, so I'm like, if top one would be that, but I said that these also sounded interesting because, again, these are magnetic. So one shade is out from here because I'm using it, and then there was one spot that was just open when I got it. So these were singles from, I think the brand is The Dots. Like, I think The Dots is not the name of like the palette or anything, because they're all The Dots. So I think that's it. And then, because I actually tried to look it up, because I couldn't remember exactly what was on the inside of the palette, so I was looking them up, and it was kind of hard to find these. I found it on some random site. So I don't know where you would normally buy them from, or if they're just not available anymore. But yeah, so then this is, I guess, the C'est La Vie palette. And so here we have those shades here. So yeah, they're all magnetic, which, like I said, that was appealing for me. So I said, this would also be like a second place type of thing. So she was like, great. And then she remembered that she also had, you might be like, those palettes don't look like what's on your eyes. And you are correct. Because she said she also had Citrus Punch, and just that she had swatched the shimmers, but otherwise it was a new palette. And that's fine with me. I can just spray things with alcohol to, sanitize or whatever, like, anything with that. So that's not a big deal. So I was like, yeah, that would be fun too, because this is definitely a me type of colorful thing. Although I know I've said orange is hard for me to wear, but the more I'm wearing it, I do kind of like it more now. So this will definitely help ease me in, because it's paired with pinks and yellows, which I do like to wear a lot. I did have one casualty when this came. The green shadow was kind of crumpled in the pan, just fractured a bit. So I just kind of broke it up slightly, added alcohol, pressed it again, and it seems okay, but not bad for coming all the way across the country, because Millie's in Boston area, so it had a long way to go. Yeah, so I then realized, okay, so I'm getting the palettes, that was really exciting. She also added in other products too. So from Moira Cosmetics, I got a pigment, although I had to look it up because I wasn't sure. I'm like, is this a glitter or is it something I can use on my eyes? But it is just basically a loose pigment. It's a Starstruck Chrome Loose Powder, and this shade is called Like a Star. So I already used this in a look that's on Instagram, and it really did turn out well. It's very pretty. Then this is just a cream shadow from them. Let's see, a Star Show Shadow Pot, and the shade is called Literally. And I did end up using this today, and I used it did I use it when I used this? I think I did. I think that was the day that I used it. So I've used it on my inner corner twice. When I used it today, I couldn't remember if I liked it the first time as an inner corner, but I do. It is bright enough. So yeah, it's just, you know, sparkly. I will have some B-roll pictures for you to see these things. Then there's a ColourPop blush, which I do have on my cheeks. I'm still trying to figure out how to use it properly. It's a liquid blush that's new for me. This shade is Angel Face. So I like the color, it's very dewy. I normally put face powder all over, but then it kind of lifted it. And I've also noticed when I've been wearing it, later in the day, it kind of feels lifted, but maybe that was from putting powder on. So I did put like a little bit more on top. So we're gonna see if that works better, like not powdering it and just having more of the dewy cheek look. So we'll see, because I do like the color. So I want to make it work. You know, I don't want to just like throw out makeup either. So I also had to try it on my lips, and that was pretty good. And then there were two lip glosses. So this one's from ColourPop, and it is Graveyard Shift. It's from the Haunted Mansion collection. I'm like, wait, this is from something. So I put on a base color, and then I put this on over top, so you will see that. And yeah, it's kind of like it's mostly clear, a hint of purple, and it's fruity smelling, but I don't notice it now. And I will say it's not really sticky. My lips are not glossy at this point. I've had it on for, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, but I've also been talking. But I'm okay, like I like that they're not feeling sticky. Yeah, so seems fine at this point. I made sure to just put it on my hand though, so I wouldn't get it all gross looking in here, so. And then this lip gloss is, Ensley Rain. I do not support that brand with how things have been going. I mean, I hadn't bought anything for different reasons. There was, you know, like the AI stuff. It felt, I was getting sort of a racist feel with the fact that it's always white fairies. I feel like that was kind of brought almost more to my attention by Kara from Beauty and the Frizz, because she wasn't even saying it specifically about that brand, I don't think. I mean, maybe she said it multiple times, so one of the times it might have been, but just the whole, like, that she was done with all these white fairies. I'm like, yeah, you know, why can't they be, like, they're fairies, they're made up, why, yeah. They should be able to be all sorts of skin colors and look different ways. Like this, you know, is a little ridiculous. So there was that, and then there's just been all these other things that are going on. Like, obviously, I support the rights of all people, transgendered, whatever your case may be. And since they seem to have a problem with that, I am very grateful. I have not bought anything, but still haven't bought anything. I'm not going to review this as a product because I don't want to encourage other people to go out and buy it. But I will say that I will use it, and I did weigh the different products that I brought in, except for the blush, just because I'm not sure how much progress I'm going to make on this because it's so big. Does it even tell? It does tell me the starting weight, so I don't know, maybe I will. Maybe I will. All right, you've convinced me. I'm gonna go ahead and weigh this too because I did everything else. So yeah, that was just me being lazy. All right, but yeah, I've weighed all the items and put them, you know, noted them in my collection, and you know, they belong to me now, so I'm going to be trying to use them, but I definitely won't be hitting pan anytime soon. I don't think with, you know, the eyeshadows and all that, but it's fine. I'm going to appreciate the gift for, you know, what it is, that it was a gift of fun new makeup to try out. All right, I was planning on making this a full get ready with me, chatty get ready with me, uh, but I started on my eyes not making it chatty, and then I decided just to go ahead and I might add some more stuff to it, but for now I'm gonna keep it like this. So yeah, so far I was using mostly the, why am I blanking on the name? Yeah, Citrus Punch palette. Was focusing on the, let's see, I used a little bit of this orange and this, actually, let's see, no, I did not use this one, I'm sorry. I just used this one. I used this on the lower lash line. I used this as my pink. I ended up putting this over top of, from this palette, the C'est La Vie. I had tried to use this to blend out the orange a little bit, but I feel like it was very similar. It didn't really, it's probably fine as a shadow, just not for that purpose. It's a little powdery. I used the black as the I used the black as the eyeliner. I started with this pink, but I wanted to have it was fine, but it wasn't the shimmer I want. I want something lighter, so I decided just for fun to try that yellow on top, and it actually kind of made more like that lighter pink look like I wanted, so that worked out well. So now I'm going to continue on with my face. Let's see, I definitely need some under eye corrector. Filming this out of order, I was going to have my intro with the look actually complete so you can see. So I guess we'll see what I ended up talking about. I might have to cut things right now if I duplicate myself. But yeah, so for Christmas time, I was away and into the new year. I don't know how to plan for this. It's hard when I'm gone for so long because things can compound. Basically, Maryland is normally very humid, or it had been for my entire life of living there. And I feel like now when I've been going back, it's been kind of dry. Because this summer it was, but summer, well, okay, so here's the thing. It was humid, but it was still dry to me. I don't know. There's something about, I don't ask me to have it make sense. Okay, I want to try to use the blush. I've used it, but it's very pigmented. So I'm trying to think about how I want to do this. I also need to buy more concealer. Let me try mixing concealer and the blush and then putting it on and seeing how that goes. So with it being so dry, it meant that my skin, okay, you dry skin people out there, I now can kind of see you and understand a little bit of your woes. That was very hard because my lips did not, they would feel maybe sort of okay, and then when I would go to put on a lip product, it would seem okay, and then later it was peeling off. Not necessarily my lips peeling off, just the color kind of peeling off somehow. It was so not attractive, and yeah, just really not great. My skin itself was also just not its normal self. This is actually working well. So yeah, it was just a hard time for me. So yeah, so I'm what could I bring next time to have a better time if that happens again? I'm not sure. I have to think about that because I'm not used to having dry skin issues. Okay, I like this. This is the pink kind of blush that I've been wanting. I will say that it is a dewy kind of formula. I have realized that. So, but that worked well with the concealer and I didn't have to use a lot. Okay, perfect. Yay. But yeah, so I was really trying to wear my red lipstick. It didn't always go well. It got a little better towards the end of the trip. I guess my skin was adapting. I don't know, maybe my body was just, whoa, we have new water, new environment, new everything. But the house was also very dry because normally when we're washing our clothes, they take a long time to air dry, but I would do the wash at night, and by the morning, the stuff had, dried, just air drying. Even jeans were air drying that fast, which they normally take a full 24 hours for us at home. So that was a lot. All right, what else do I do? Just because, well, I don't know. Like, do I want to add, maybe I'll do this in my inner corner. I've been trying to work on my highlighter here. What is my inner corner? I don't know. I'm gonna wash my brushes after this. Not that it's a ton of dirty ones. It's just I don't know. I know some people, they always go on about how, they haven't washed their brushes in like so long, but that's not me. I can't handle having that many brushes that are dirty at one time. So yeah, I want to, because then I can't remember like which ones were clean, I'm not sorry, which ones were clean, which ones were used for like a pink shadow versus something else. And like, I'll try to wipe them off in between, do things like that. It's not, especially like for like an inner corner thing, I don't want to accidentally have something else on there and then it makes it dark. I think I want to add my little ladybird topper. Oh, and I forgot about since I'm doing new stuff, I have my Moira. I don't know if this was bright enough for the inner corner. I did do it. Well, okay, first, let me try it. Let me see. Because it looks gold in the pan, but might not be. The other fun thing I have had going on is just my allergies have been so terrible. This might be bright enough, I think. I had used it once like this, but I couldn't remember if I was happy with it. So, okay. Yes. And this is good because the pink the highlighter might have actually been a little dark for me for that purpose. Okay. And then I'm going to add that ladybird too. My allergies have been so bad. You're gonna see when I was doing my eyeshadow that like over here, I just cannot get the orange to stick right now because it's just still watering a little bit. And yep, I'm trying to think, I don't know. My wellness checkup will be some point this spring, and I don't know if I wanted all the sparkle there. Just got carried away. I'm gonna ask about what else can be done because right now I take an allergy pill every day and it helps, but it is not, it doesn't do everything because my eyes will still water, my nose will still water or run, as you will. I get like a little like tickle thing in my throat sometimes with it. It just sort of depends. So yeah, it is something I would like to be able to change. So I don't know if like allergy shots or something would be helpful or in my situation, or if it's supposed to be a lot worse for that. I don't mind shots, so that's why I'm like, hey, there's a shot I could do. I would take that if it would help. Okay. Yeah, this dewiness definitely wasn't happening in Maryland. But yeah, maybe like something like this blush then would be helpful because yeah, maybe that would help but it wasn't even just how the skin looked. I don't know. I just didn't want it, like it just, that feeling, I don't know. Figure out lips. I did actually use the blush on my lips just for fun. I tapped it on. It was fine. I think I'd rather just I could do the lip gloss. That could work. I don't have a feel for this one because I wore this one and it was nice, but maybe, and this is just like a clear thing, I think. So what could I do? Okay, so I put a little bit of the blood orange shade eyeshadow as a lip color, and then I'm gonna put this gloss on top. But I don't wanna make the gloss thing all gross. It's almost like this light purple. I don't know if you can kind of see on my hand. Yeah, so I wonder what that's gonna do. It's definitely fruity. Maybe I should have used like a lip liner, but you know, it's fine. All right, I might try to clean it up though a little bit. So let me see. All right, cleaned it up a little bit. Now is time to powder. So I guess this is also the time of year when I'm supposed to be talking about New Year's resolutions and that kind of thing. I am not a New Year's resolution kind of person. I will say that for this channel and for my makeup stuff, I know that there will be less panning happening, but hear me out in case you're like, what? Basically, when I say that, I mean hitting pan. I don't think I'm going to hit as many pans, and it's kind of been a trend in a way because from 2021, I think was when I first started kind of tracking pans and all that, and it might be getting patchy. Okay, I gotta figure this out. Yeah, oh yeah, it's getting, oh no. I was so happy with it. Okay, all right, what can I do? Yes, I just kind of, this side is okay, other than I have sparkle everywhere. This side came up. Let me see if I can reapply a little bit. Okay. Oh, maybe if there's still some on the brush, would that work? No, I just gotta go in with a little bit more. Okay, gotta figure this out again. So anyway, oh, well that's unfortunate. No, and I can still use it, but geez, okay. So I don't think I'm gonna be hitting as many pans just because a lot of the shadows and all that I have are almost brand new or completely brand new. So that's not maybe a reasonable goal, you know, to hit 50 pans or however many I hit last year. Okay, so apparently I hit 43 eyeshadow pans last year, although it might have been more because I don't know if I either didn't hit any in December or if I just didn't mark it, partially with being away. Right. Maybe I just can't put powder over my cheeks with this. Oh, wait a minute, need more of the blush part. I also didn't use any bronzer because I just kind of forgot. I might add some. Okay. Bronzer. Where's my, oh, there it is. Here's the thing though, if I didn't set the blush, then how's it gonna stay? Can I like set it with, I don't really have a pink blush though to go on top. Change the color. That makes me sad. Maybe I do need to get a pink blush then. I guess I could like lightly. But yeah, I don't know, it's changing it. All right, we'll just do that and see what we think. I'm gonna hate myself for editing this. No, I'm gonna hate myself while editing this because I did all this. Okay, I don't wanna do mascara today. I am gonna touch up that corner. Okay, so I was talking about, for my channel, I'm not gonna have all the pans being hit because, you know, that's not practical, but I am, with this new makeup coming in, tracking the uses, and I'm gonna go for the 5 uses for every shade and every item just because that worked well for me, and then I feel like I have actually used everything and have an idea of like how something works. So yeah, okay. I have not done anything with my hair. Maybe I will do that. But I also need to film the introduction where I'm talking about this stuff. So hopefully this was something interesting to watch. I don't know. I am happy with how it turned out. Oh, you know what? I want to add a little more pink. You can always add more pink. That's an Alyssa quote. Yes, I like that eye better than that eye right now. So let's do it again. So there is a new Simply Posh Cosmetics eyeshadow palette that has been announced. I don't know if it's out yet by the time this is out, because yeah. But I will say I like the mattes are actually going on just fine. What did I get under there? But the shimmers, you cannot put your fingers in them at all. You can't, have a wet brush. So it makes it a little tricky. So I knew that about the shimmers before I even got them. I was excited about it, so I was kind of researching and seeing looks people had done and, what people had to say. So, for me, it was more of I will make sure that I don't put my fingers, in the, well, I did do in the ones that Millie had already swatched just because they already had the little hard pan a bit, just to see, and it's like, oh yeah. Well, I guess I did it I did in one of the fairy tale shades then too, just to kind of test it out. And it's like, all right, well, then what everyone said is true. But it doesn't mean that I can't still make a good look. So, would I spend however much it is for the palettes for these? I don't know, because I don't know how much they are. But I'm going to hopefully enjoy having them once I get, even more uses with them. So that is what I'm hoping. Here I go, using more yellow. Yeah, I really wish I could wet them. I feel like it would help the shimmery part kind of stay on more, but oh well. Okay, so this is my finished look. So thank you so much for joining me as I blabbed and blabbed, but hopefully you did like it. Until my next video, I hope that you will be doing well, and I'll see you then. Bye. You're probably seeing at some point my eyeshadow application. I chose not to talk for it because I struggle to put on my eyeshadow while I'm talking. I struggle to do any of this stuff while I'm talking, but I make do. Oh goodness, I'm already losing so much eyeshadow here with my eye watering. Well, it's fine. All right.